West Coast institutions that, while allied at times, want nothing more than to ring that victory bell right in the other guy's face. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Bruins will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looking for room, it's Jordan. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that in the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team, is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
To the air, it's Mayava. Catch in the middle, it's Lemon. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good 3rd down situations, execute on 3rd down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. They got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lemon. He's loose on the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Trojans.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Matthews. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air, it's Iamaleava. The short hands, it's Thomas. On the move at the 30. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted deep in his own end. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch, it's Jordan. And they're able to make the tackle.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Caught in the backfield, it's Jordan. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Pulls it in, it's Jordan. Brings it to the open. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of, and they've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. 2024 was a transition year for UCLA. New coach, new schemes, but one surprise was Carson Schlesinger, 3rd in the nation in tackles. He's now in the NFL, David, so what's the big adjustment for this defense?
Well, I tell you what, the team finished strong. And whenever you change coaching staffs, you need that believe, that buy-in moment. Finishing 4-2 down the stretch, I thought was a good thing. So can the defense swarm? Can they game tackle? Who's the next guy in this rotation that's going to step up and make plays?
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem, and the QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
Power football with the run. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Man, that's frustrating for a defense. You got him in 3rd and long. You know it's a pass. No, it's not until it isn't. They run the football. They get a first down. Frustration. Got to move on to the next play.
And the Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Trojans!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Rushes on him. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. This crosstown rivalry dates back nearly 100 years, guys. The first meeting between the Trojans and the Bruins back in 1929.
Yeah, and every year since, you know, one thing you know, Jesse, is the uniforms are crisp. They are clean. They are so sweet. You know this game means a lot late in the season every year.
This is definitely my favorite uniform game of the year, every year in college football, right? Both USC and UCLA with the home unis here in this great environment. But the game also means so much as well, and that's why there's this heightened sense of electricity and energy every time these two teams play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Bruins will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Wants to return it. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. To the ground with the back. There he goes. Picks up the first down, still moving. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Heaves it on the run. Makes the catch on the left. Here he goes. Touchdown, USC. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field, or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
See what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. Oh, they're after him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the first quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all 3 phases.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long, you bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
On On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Rides to back and leaves it. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Here we go. They'll try the run. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game. And you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Got his man. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
The Bruins will have it 1st and 10. The run to the left. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it, because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. He'll ride his man on the option. Give to the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Under fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
And the Bruins line up to punt it away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Gonna run it. It's Jordan. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool. And the origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse, it's so cool. It's fun to find out about. And these guys out here are learning on the job about it.
Yeah, it's just really such a point of pride.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 2nd and long. To the air. It's Iamaleava. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
It'll be 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it back from inside, and he pumps it up inside the 20. Grabbed by the kicking team. Touchdown, Bruins! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Maiava. The screen, he can go. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Trojans will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Lemon. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Here comes the hurry up. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Here's the pressure. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And an empty backfield here on 2nd and short. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Only able able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Timeout.
Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're in this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Takes the handoff. It's Thomas. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Throws for the tight end. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Got some room to run. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Breaks into the open. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Bruins have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Caught close to the marker, it's Thomas. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard. And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball, I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
And they've inched closer and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. They'll try to run it in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The give to the back. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The Trojans will punt this one away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that 4th down and failing to convert there has to sting. Leaves it with the back. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Finds his tight end. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. There he goes. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Lining up to convert third down. He wants to throw it again. Here's a heat. Got a man. It's Flores. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Absolutely center cut. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Find space on the right. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. They go to the ground. Turns it on in midfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Mayaba. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. .90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Bring in the heat. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
losing. We got to put a few drives together here, but most importantly, I got to stop getting my quarterback hit. I got to give him a little bit more protection, maybe that extra second so he can get that deep ball off and make some plays for this offense.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Good quickness to grab it off the mountains. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. That's why everybody... And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand.
Number 49.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. Oh, the fake, the up man looking for room. They'll stop him short, and they had it sniffed out from the beginning.
Man, and you want to catch the defense sleeping, but what a great job by the defense. Staying alert, staying aware. They run the fake punt, they're ready for it, they make the tackle, and they stop them short.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Let's go! Let's go!
Dropping back, it's Maiava. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Line is set on third down. He leaves it with his back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
At the 10-yard line. Now, a fourth down.
Passing on the field goal try. Ball at the 10, and here they come to go for it on fourth and short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Trying to do it on the ground. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And the gamble pays off. Down in tight in the red zone. You go for it on fourth and short. You pick up the first down, and now you've got your whole playbook at your disposal. This offense, they're thinking 6 points.
The Trojans line it up with a first and goal. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Now it's 2nd and goal. Sends it back in motion. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! And the punishment has been extended. USC stretches out that lead, and not too far in the distance, they're starting to imagine the tones of the victory bell.
And USC has so much tradition, so much history, but they start every season. Jesse, they want this one. They want to make sure they beat their rival in LA.
Yeah, you could tell, too. Talking to them before this game, they knew how important it was going to be to play well in the second half. They had to have energy. They had to execute, and right now they're getting ready to chant "Fight on" at the end of this game.
UCLA offense will take over.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. What an unbelievable effort that time by the running back. Great vision and showing off his speed. And now with that big gain, he puts his head coach in a position where he's going to have to make a decision here what he wants to do on 4th and short.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole. Pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Trying to turn the corner on the left.
Well, they go with a toss play, and you see the patience this running back has. I love when he has the ball in his hands. He's just able to sort of feel out where defenders are. He's able to see the hole open up. Once he sees it, puts his foot in the ground and gets upfield. Nice carry.
And they'll take a knee. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. This is the football equivalent of throwing in the towel or no mas, as they will concede defeat. Back in 1939, USC first stole the victory bell. This time around, it was earned as the Trojans emerge victorious over their crosstown rivals. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.